Hey guys, how's it going? Robin here with AriesFireTarot. Welcome to your daily tarot card reading. This is going to be for Wednesday, February 10th, and if you haven't seen any of my other videos this week, I want to explain what's going on with my headwear. I'm doing a hearts and flowers theme because we have Valentine's Day coming in on February 14th, and you know, I'll use any excuse to do something a little bit weird or different. So anyway guys, welcome here to my channel and thank you so much for being here. So Wednesdays is the day that I use the Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition deck, and I have a little spread that I have named Hump Day Tarot. It's really important to do a check-in. You might want to do check-ins daily, you know, and if you don't have time or you get swept away, it depends on what stage you are in your life. You really have to make time for yourself to be mindful. So hopefully this is going to be that moment for you. This is going to look at what part of yourself you have been holding back. This is going to tap into sort of underlying emotions that are available for the collective. This reading is for all Zodiac signs. So let's get this going, guys. Let's get this crack-a-lacking. What part of yourself have you been holding back? I feel like I need to do a deck cut. Seven of Cups. Fascinating. Fascinating. Okay, so a lot of people in the world are brought up with this sort of minimized mindset. Okay, so the Seven of Cups is here to tell you a different story. The Seven of Cups speaks of options, you know, just unlimited options. Have you ever seen have you ever seen the book, read the book, or watched the movie The Secret? I feel like just your life is being minimized, you know, and it's like you're kind of slowly tucking yourself into a box and you're just waiting to kind of pull the lid over top of it. Not in a maudlin coffin way, but, you know, maybe things aren't just going that great for you, or you perceive them to be that way. This is where it's going to take the strength of spirit, your higher self, to understand that you're able to change what is going on around you and open up your options, you know. And I really think to a certain degree that I want to say classes, but you know, tax brackets of people are brought up to believe that they only have one option in life, so that the money hoarders of the world don't feel like they're going to be infringed, because there's enough for everybody. And I'm not just talking about money, you know, everything. There's no reason to be having less than anybody else. So what are your options here, and how can you open them up again? How can you open your eyes to what is available to you? I mean, when you see things that are available, it's not just to a certain tax bracket. It's available to anybody, you know, and everybody. It's just a matter of mind conditioning. So you could have just shut off part of what you think is possible, because you were told that. And also, really try to minimize how much TV you watch, you guys, please. So what assumption or social norm is getting in the way? Six of Cups. So I definitely see an influence from the past, okay? This card is called the Karma card, the flashback card. So this is looking at maybe how you were brought up, you know? I grew up listening to stories like, oh, we grew up in the Depression and we didn't have this and we didn't have that. You know, I was really molded by my parents to have a poverty mindset and kind of feel sorry for myself. Stop watching the news, please. Like, so much of it is fake. If you grow up thinking a certain thing, it's really hard to break out of that pattern, that mindset. And this is That's what's getting in the way here. You know, and it could be your parents and they didn't know any better. You know, they grew up that way. Especially if your parents went through any sort of like real poverty, like the Depression, like where my parents grew up in that, or, you know, if people had to flee their country and come here and start over with nothing, and you grew up watching that. Let's see what new attitude will propel you forward. And this just doesn't have to be about money, you guys. It could be an absence of love. You grew up with an absence of love. You know, you were told that you weren't worthy. I really wish that everybody would have a really brilliant childhood, but the more and more I know people, the more and more I realize that that is just not the norm. So it's like breaking chains of what could have happened in your developmental years. And this is where you guys need to be really checking in, and where that shadow self integration comes in so importantly, because your shadow is the one that carries that burden of certain things that haunt you, and maybe you think that you've forgotten about it, but your shadow is over sort of rocking in a corner, you know. So what new attitude will propel you bravely forward? Here it is. Here's your ancient pain. It's being served to you every now and again. You could be like, have you noticed that when you wake up in the morning, your blankets might be a little bit more tossed than usual? You're not really getting a really solid sleep. Here's that dusty old cobweb of a memory. You know, it's really catching up to you. Here, I'm going to give you guys some advice. Really check underneath your beds, okay? And not for monsters, okay? I mean, monsters are a given. Just kidding. What are you storing underneath your beds? You know, which way is your bed facing? Is it facing directly towards a doorway? If it is, please move it. Like, do something. Even if you have a really tiny space. If you have things underneath your bed, you've got to clear them out. That's not a place for storage. You really need, this is a feng shui thing. You really need the energy circulating around your bed in a positive way, and it can't do that. It can't if it's blocked underneath there. I just did a video on my channel, Oracle Rising, and I post these things on my Facebook page too, or AriesFireTarot, about how you can make your sleep more magical. So you might want to really check out that video, because it could help you with certain aspects of. And I believe these things are touching you in your sleep, so you're not consciously aware of them. So it's like you're repeating patterns over and over and over again, because I just see where your subconscious mind is being blocked by something that is happening in your sleep. There it is. So you wake up and you're like, I don't feel so good, or I feel really tired, or, you know, wow, it looks like a war zone happened with my blankets overnight. There's something that needs to really be blown away. You might want to like smudge your sleeping area. For some of you, pay close attention to your closets. Okay. All right, let's just move on. So, how can you express yourself more fully? Okay. I gotta get that card, you guys. Hold on. You've got the Temperance card here. So I really get the feeling that you have a very strong presence of a guardian angel with the Temperance card. They want to come in and help eliminate these old memories with the Three of Swords and the Six of Cups. Really want to encourage you guys to do some sort of meditation and ask for the advice that you need in order to step forward from the spider webs of your past, because it's like you're clinging to them. This is it's been a really challenging week for you guys. Like sometimes it's like the cards flow and you guys are sailing through life, but then it's like you run into that. Ugh, and I just had a visual of a great big spider web. Ugh, I hate spiders. Ugh, and it's like you're like, you know, and that's kind of how I feel, is like you're stuck in the mud this week. So really, really make that time to connect with your team and spirit, your higher self. Do that saging, you know, do whatever you gotta do. You gotta blast off the cobwebs, you guys. Ugh, okay, I gotta stop talking about those. Okay, I'm gonna go. Bye.